Well, hi guys, welcome to another episode of TJM, the Jag Man. I'm Brett. Today we're going to look at my 2017 Jaguar F-Pace, my 3-litre diesel. And back in 2017, while they had a really good infotainment system in it, the Jaguar system, this is the Harman Meridian system, which is the more upmarket one, it still didn't advanced enough to have CarPlay or Android Auto. So what I've done is that I'm going to replace this one with a aftermarket unit that looks exactly the same as this, that also has CarPlay and Android Auto, which is to bring it up to date with more modern technology. So I've been talking to my friends at AliExpress, my favourite Chinese shop, and have bought a aftermarket CarPlay system. Hopefully that should plug and play. And it looks the part, but typical coming from China, there's no effing instructions whatsoever. So this is a bit of a gamble, and I'm a bit nervous in doing it, but we're going to try and install this mother. It gives you all the equipment, and I have been able to use a bit of AI to sort out how I'm going to do it, and trying to find a few YouTube videos, but they're fairly non-existent with this particular one. So there's a lot of crap. Look at the crap that I have to deal with in installing this thing. There's satellite antennas, speakers, 1,000 kilometres worth of different wiring. Look at this big mother. I don't even know where that goes. So, but also while I'm there, I think this has been an optional extra back in 2017, and mine doesn't have it. I'm doing a wireless charging pad in the console that sits in where the existing old one is. This little tray down here, replacing it with a wireless charging tray, so no need to have wires when trying to charge iPhone or Android. But before we get into that, I've had a few inquiries over the last couple of months from my viewers about when we took the F-Pace down to Victoria to pick up my Mark 10, and we get about 100 kilometres out of Victoria before the F-Pace actually shit itself. Blown head gasket. Blown something in there. Now, I've never really gave an update of really what happened there, but we ended up getting home all right, and they towed the F-Pace back to Sydney for us the following day, which I was very lucky that I was able to get under my travel insurance. But what actually happened to it? Well, what actually happened to it? We actually blew an injector seal. Now, it's not really common to blow these on this, that I've been Googling and finding out why, but they're pretty much high compression under there, and one of these little thingies here on this side, the other bank, but I'll get it on this side, it blew the seal down there. But to replace it, you've got to replace all this in the piping and the washer and the once only tie down, lockdown nuts on them. And it wasn't an expensive job. It was $700, but that was funny to replace one injector seal. By the time you do your labour and that's probably more than it's probably meant to be, but that's what it cost me. I ended up doing the whole 6 of them, only because there was a lot of soot around the others, and I didn't want them to I wanted to make sure it was reliable. I didn't want to blow any more seals. But unfortunately, I don't have a copy, a photo or the injector to show you, because the mechanic threw all the old bits out. So anyway, it's all fixed. So that was the reason for that. This job's a bit daunting. I've already got the fascia off, and that was scary enough because it's so flimsy, and these clips were so difficult to pull off. I thought I was going to break it, but I haven't broken it at all. But the way it snapped when it came off, I thought, oh shit, that's the end of that. So there's a lot of little torque screws to remove. So I'm going to start doing them. It's the following day. I had to walk away from it. I was just getting very intolerant and I was going to break something doing it. So I've still got issues here, but what we're going to do, we're going to put the wireless charger in first. Now, what I've got to do here, I've taken off this little side console here. It probably could have come off that side as well. I have to run the wires that go from there right down this into the console into the back of the 12-volt cigarette lighter there, and that plug is going to be compatible with this one, so it's just going to hijack into that plug. Then I'm going to run the cable back through there and be able to replace the wireless charger just under there. There's the wireless charger. It'll sit there. It has a rubber pad that sits on top of it, which is pretty cool. In the packet, they give you another little undercover bit, which just sits under there, and it's identical to the old one that came out. And I think the reasoning for that is a lot of the overseas models, they had a cigarette lighter under there, which will be obsolete once you plug the wireless charger in. So the cigarette lighter's got it just fits there somehow. So you delete the cigarette lighter just to replace it with the wireless charger. That way you wouldn't have to route the cable all the way back there. But because I don't have a cigarette or 12-volt thing there, I have to route it all the way back into here, which won't be hard now since I've removed this. I didn't want to break this trim. I still have to remove I'll go around to the back. This vent here, I don't know whether I can get this done with one hand. I'm missing a lot of my equipment today. Let me just put this phone down. Okay, I've got it off. I just had to pull it, just use my fingers to grab through there. Now I can route the wire through here from the front, and it plugs into that, where are we, that one there. So, okay, we're getting there. So I've hijacked the plug from the cigarette lighter, so it's just a double fitting, so it fits in there. What I've got to be worried about now is I'm going to have enough cable to get it to the front. I mean, they do build it to be correct, but whether or not it is or not. Okay, I haven't got it plugged in yet, but it looks as though there will be enough cable by the time I put it in there, and that goes into there, and that goes there, and I can put it on the back. So there's going to be enough cable, which is okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, all finished. Not that hard a job, just if you don't know what you're doing, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, ignition on. Got a little red light there. We whack our phone in, and it goes blue, and we have charging. Well, that's going to be handy. Wifey's going to love that. I still got to get this off and this off to replace this, and I'm far from doing that at the moment. It's turned out to be a bigger drama than what I expected, as usual. I've taken this side trim off. I don't know if it was all that necessary to take that off, but I couldn't get the climate control console out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. Sorry, 6 clips, and they're in so tight. Unfortunately, I've broken one doing it, pulling it out, and I was trying to be so freaking gentle. It's not going to affect it because there's good 5 of them in there that's going to hold it tight. So we've got to get that out. There's nobody instructions how to do this. I'm just winging it. There's similar ones with a different CarPlay or audio system in it. They say this is the Harman one, which I thought I had, but it's completely different than what I've got here. So the next job, I'll just take this thingy out, which is that's just a CD player. But I've got to work out where everything plugs in. Well, I've got myself in a real pickle here. I've got half the dash pulled apart, and we still don't know where the main control unit is. AI's pretty much useless because this is an Australian model and it was one of the earlier models. It doesn't really tell you where the main unit is. I'm guessing, well, I'm not guessing, AI is guessing that it might be behind the glove box, or it could be down in the front passenger well, or it could be in the back luggage compartment. So it means I've just got to pull out more stuff to find out where that unit is, because this cloth coloured cable that has this intercepting connector to it is like really long, like it's almost the length of the car. Look at the shit I've got to deal with, and I've really mucked it up. I've got to put this in now because I have damaged the original one. I don't know how it happened. I've cracked it, and the thing doesn't work on touchpad anymore. So I've stuffed the original one. So I've got to get this going. If I don't get it going, I've got to have to buy another 10-inch screen. I'd probably just try and get a second-hand one. But no, I've really made a mess of things. I think I should have called the guy. Well, after all that, I ended up calling the guy. Yeah, I got a guy out at Seven Hills that's really, really good with that sort of stuff, Cameron. I don't know why I didn't call him in the first place. He took it out to him, and he was reluctant to install it because he said those Chinese systems, they can be iffy, they have delays, they corrupt. I thought, oh well, we've got to give it a go. I've already paid for it, right? We go out there, he's going to charge me, I think, $400, which is very reasonable to install it. The control module was in the back in the cargo section, so it meant I had to lift up a lot more extra shit that I didn't really want to do. Took it out there, and he hooked it up in situ without actually taking anything apart. So he just put all the leads in, and then he showed me how it worked, and it was pretty disappointing. It had a lot of lag. Had all these funny noises that come up, and it had to use another speaker for the phone, which wasn't the same as. So, as usual, he had a system, and I got him to install his system with it, which was more expensive. So I've now got the other one that's sitting around doing nothing. Plus, I've paid more money to get him to do it, but he's done it correctly, using the existing software, upgrading it, and putting a module in. It's pretty much standard OEM equipment, so it's back to Jaguar stuff, and you can still change over to your original navigation area. So it's all done. And I wasn't going to post this video because I had the shits with it so much, and I didn't keep up to date going out there and getting him to have a look at it for me because it was all too much at the moment. So if you did like the video, as I said, I wasn't going to post it, but I thought I'd put it online because I haven't put one online for a while. Please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that right now. Just press the subscribe button. And if you want to leave a comment, I love hearing from you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.